Thank you very much. That's Jay Kaplan and Pimp. We'll be seeing more of them after Mirage. But first, we've got to get this one started. Pistols at dawn. MIBR and Na'Vi facing off on the fjords. Now, that's my imaginary duel. That's where I'm fighting. Like at the top of the fjord, Norwegian fjords, pistols, one shot.
I'm going to need you to tell me what a what?
A duel.
No, but
duel with pistol, a blunderbuss.
The F word. What's the
fjord?
What's that?
It's those big, fancy, natural-looking things.
Okay.
You know, like mountains and water.
All right.
A fjord.
I'm excited. We have a left-handed model in play today.
This is spicy.
What the bloody hell's going on here?
Left-handed POV. I love it. Representation, finally, in Counter-Strike.
Says the lefty.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Simple's gone and got another frag, and already it seems like this one's gone a little awry. Boltz was given the fun task of lurking in pallets with a pistol, but unfortunately, upon the loss of Middle, Bomb, and his teammates, he has to change the plan. Maybe he can rock the boat a little here. They'd boost it up. He's not ready for that one. He kind of adjusted, though. Could get a little messy. You get to see the minimalist crosshair of Boltz there. It's almost impossible to perceive. Jesus. Can you see it on the big screen, or are my eyes terrible?
No, like my eyes are not
I can
great,
see it on my PC.
I think the outline was the issue right there. This will get resolved. Rushley, what happened there, mate? Oh.
Rush?
Maybe he's fixing the problem.
Yeah, he's like busy typing in server commands right now.
All right, well, get a replay of how this one all went down. Very quick towards top mid, and the highlight of this one is Simple getting 3 kills. Now, yesterday, we were really perplexed.
75% of his total from yesterday.
And that 4 kills right there. Sorry, ladies and gents. That right there was the perplexing thing, seeing Simple have a rough series. Not just a rough map, a rough series. He's already turned that around on the pistol round. Let's see how long that will continue.
Yeah, the desk highlighted it's not out of the realms of possibility that MIBR can give us a competitive game here, and that's by virtue of Na'Vi's underperformances as of late. The last series they played definitely leaving a little bit to be desired. Cello's taken down Simple this time, so those CTs are under scrutiny, and even Trade so far a bit under a lot of heat from SHZ, and Boltz will finish off what Denoco started. 2, 3 bullets connect into the belly button. MIBR are turning this around on its head. Round 2, and they're snatching control of the economy here.
To be careful now. Don't want to give away too much, Boltz.
You're right. It does enable Perfecto to take full back control of CT. The flank, however, does look convincing.
Oh, Bomb's dropping back towards B. Smart play from Yell here. Doesn't want to get in a fight. He doesn't need to, and that rotation already being held from SHZ.
He actually can't rotate. There is no safe passageway unless SHZ gets caught on this jiggle. Oh, good damage. No. It could have been the clutch. We saw a magnificent Perfecto clutch previously. Catching 4 frags in quick succession. He hasn't got the moves, SHZ. Did it on purpose, obviously. He's like, you know, yeah, I'll go underpass.
I'll
go underpass.
Did you ever see that video of Urcast?
The best clip. The best clip.
All right, Bomb's down now. I think Perfecto has a few problems, and it wasn't just his HP. So that Famus picked up. We'll carry that through, and Na'Vi will continue the Force by Wars.
Rush, just while we watch this last person save out.
He didn't leave, did he?
Yeah.
What up?
Okay, so I was just looking through the console. I saw you were kind of having like an actual conversation with Electronic.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know. He said, I did it, 10 out of 10. What on earth are you talking about?
We were doing the top mid jump onto the weird like box. MC, if you can get a cam at the...
Where did you learn this jump from, Rushley?
What do you mean learn? You just know.
This
jump
you
mean this one here that you mentioned to me that you saw me doing back in...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, there it is.
Did you do it in the Titan game by any chance in 2015?
I don't remember. I remember you did it a very long time ago. Very long.
Probably at least 5 years. Maybe 6
So he's even 6 by now.
Time just keeps going. So that was the jump.
Yeah, and when he said, I changed keyboard and you said nice...
Oh no, I said nice because he made it.
Encouraging. All right, Rush is always supportive.
Rush, he's friends with Electronic like that. We're not. We're here just to talk about the beautiful round 3. You can see that smoke all the way to B-Apps from spawn. Very cool, very nerdy. Same smokes this time in mid.
Oh, bit. That is a messy push right there. Boltz just destroying him, going for some info. Denied everything. A man down.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark.
Not the way you want to kick off the Force by Wars here for round number 3.
You're battling for control of the economy and you've just lost one of your A defenders. Oof.
Electronics taking the Palace back. Even get that UMP in his hands right now. So information, they still get it, but they are down a body and back over towards A. Boltz is looking. He has a teammate beside him. Slow stuff from MIBR. Bomb's being picked up and actually going back towards middle here.
they're hoping the CTs in pursuit of information. Ooh, is he rotating completely off? Hey, this is perfect for MIBR.
They're just going to walk on up. No contact points for them whatsoever.
Dreamy.
This is beautiful. If Perfecto swings, he'll get all the info, but...
I mean, dare I say it? Dare I say it? If that bomb goes down, this could just be some CZs and armor. Oh! Saving. Electronic has perhaps saved the day. Damage through the smokes, and bomb will be planted thanks to Denoco.
Still a hard round to consider, though, right? Like, look how out of position Na'Vi are.
Yeah. I don't fancy their chances, dude, especially with the no-kit situation. Bomb, admittedly, still plenty of time on it, and Boomich is making
they're saving
moves. Okay, yeah, they are.
We've learned a lot about Na'Vi in a couple days, and if they can hold on to these, we'll learn a bit more.
Yeah, will they? Oh, great stuff. Is that an AK as well?
AK. Yeah, that's a big pickup.
Oh, Cello's death's actually going to have huge ramifications. Oh, dear.
So they've just gone from a round that looked rough. Electronic scavengers back bits, UMP, that's serviceable. That Famas there for Simple. Picked up AK now.
I mean, there's even a scout on the side. I wonder if the bomb radius blasts it into the stratosphere, lands on Simple's nose. That would have been cool. Physics aren't with us today.
This is not too bad whatsoever, right? Bit can get dropped something back. There's an upgraded pistol out there. You can have this as an almost gun round from Na'Vi. Electronic, the long-range UMP spam does find the kill. Bolt is like, just get me out of here, please.
Yeah. You're so slow. It's like you're walking through treacle.
Yikes.
The smoke has bloomed, and he's committed to that spray. All right.
We always talked about the Glocks in 1.6, like Trian's ulti in Dota.
That's the one where he roots you, right?
Yeah. Because that you just get slowed down, even if Glocks were shooting you at range, because the push towards Palace again. Okay, Bolts is just going to deliver that fight every day of the week, it seems.
Yeah, I think in the first shot out of Bolts' gun has actually found another. Well, Na'Vi, you put all the resources into this. Don't forget that recovered AK did raise eyebrows. Perfecto's being hunted now by SHZ, and he's going straight through. He'll be ready for this.
Oh, he looks away. Counter-Strike timing.
Oh, you cruel mistress, you, Counter-Strike.
The bomb's still top mid. MIBR are just going for that heroic strat where they kill everybody first and the objective comes second. Simple's been sitting at ticket waiting for them to plant for about 20 seconds.
Yeah, and if you are heroic or if you are Gambit, what you do is first, Bolts and Cello look for Simple. Once you find him, then you run to the other side of the map. You don't plant until they've killed him, then you can plant for your extra 300.
And Algo's just, okay, well, they know now.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going A.
I think they'd rather just finish the job here, and they will. There
Beautiful.
It is. Good shots, and it's Bolt with a triple kill that's worth starting a whole new conversation, because MIBR have once again put Na'Vi on the back foot.
Isn't it interesting to hear from Flamey that Electronic's calling on Mirage? What is going on in the Na'Vi camp at the moment? It's very strange.
Yeah, it's odd. It makes me put a proper Listerine face.
Hasn't had one of those in years.
And I'm talking the blue one.
Was that at the Twitch office that we saw that massive bottle of Listerine?
That's right.
It was the size of our head.
Yeah, and it was. They just had like an industrial quantity of mouthwash.
They had multiple ice cream fridges, I think Sue was showing us back in the day.
Yeah, there's a style of living in America that I've never quite managed to replicate outside of it.
Don't think I'll ever be accustomed to it, that's for sure.
No.
Here's some aggression out of Na'Vi, though, needing to look for these fights, because Bolts has been handing it to them.
Bada bing. No, not as perfect as it looked. Electronic has his vision entirely, and Denoco didn't choose to swing, but he's communicating. I think he's well aware that there's a possibility.
Maybe another flash.
Very aware. Flash is good. It's a double lined up. He can't get his vision down in time. Yell pulls the trigger. Okay, 4-on-4, 70 seconds. The bomb still T-spawn, but mid-round aggression thrown out by Na'Vi and met with resistance. Cello up mid. Info being held by Bit. And this is a perfectly timed peek.
Nice
you can
swing.
see by his transfer as well. He's aware that Shuz was there. Ooh, response. A crucial third frag found.
Bomb's going back to B, and Na'Vi have completely bitten on this. They've rotated over towards jungle window. Moving back on now is Perfecto. He should be there in time.
Yeah, 0 util, so it's going to be about his decision-making onto his positioning more than anything else.
Had a huge gaff from the bench position just the other day.
Oh, he did. Really scuffed his lines.
Well, let's stick with him here.
Bench position at 30 seconds. Denial of the bomb is crucial. There's minimal util. Giving them that fight and the way into the site could be round losing. Round defining, certainly. This is the hide. This is the play. 18 seconds. They have to make noise in the next 2. Here we are. And he takes the contact. That'll delay them. 13. If they find him, they can plant. Yell's hungry for the fry, and he gets it in time. Now the bomb can go down. Bolts, always good for a couple.
Oh, 1 HP.
Great nade, but it's not quite enough. Yell lives on, and he's got the AWP, so redundant damage. Bolts finds the first. It's only Simple.
Knows where he is.
He does exactly find the first to bullet, but Bolts will weather the storm. Double for Bolts again.
Good start from Bolts here today. 8 kills for him.
But now Na'Vi are going to be thrust down to the 3K mark.
What a blast from the past it is, you know. Bolts, for those of you who are a long-term Counter-Strike fan, you remember him from years ago with Fallen and Co. Had to do it the hard way in recent years with Boom.
I just remember all of the puns I wanted to make when I wasn't casting at the time, but when it was Bolts and Steel in the same team. You know, there's so many building puns. We could choose a different building every day. But either way, Bolts and Steel, LG, that was different.
Long time ago.
Lifetime.
It does feel like it, doesn't it? Cello's been having a decent group so far. A couple of blips on the radar, but all in all, one of the more powerful members for MIBR regarding firepower. Danoko, ride or die entry fragger, newest boy in the team. He's up cat, lots of space. Oh, close molly as well. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Is it going to spread? It will. He gets away.
Yeah, confirms his presence there, though. Electronics gagging for info. The flash is perfect. Yell sets his teammate up for success. Throw that from B-Apps, in fact. And a second on the cards. There you are. And the rest should be a formality. Even a flank. Looking to seal it. Simple gets hunted. And Bit, the last on the list, does actually have a chance to take Cello's weapon after finding the first headshot. But MIBR, T-side start. Another T-side start. Hang on, it's their map pick.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Na'Vi getting start on the CT side here. Now, we saw them actually pick Mirage against Gambit, and that didn't go as they would have hoped. Jacob on the desk was talking about how Na'Vi, this is their game to lose. I think that's probably a fair way to frame it. I feel that Na'Vi are in a bit of a tailspin right now. They're obviously not too certain how they want to operate with this 6-man. Is Boomich playing, is Flamey playing more maps? Is Bit playing more maps? We're learning something new every day. Then we've just found out in the interview with Frankie, which is fantastic, about Electronic in-game leading on a map like Mirage.
Yeah, she's asking all the right questions there.
And we have Simple, who made the tweet yesterday after his game, and it was an off game, saying that he's unwell and uncharacteristic. Simple normally good for one there, goes down to Cello. So there's lots of problems in Na'Vi, at least this week. Next week it could be completely different. We've traded back into a 4-on-4.
It's crazy Katy Perry wrote a song about Na'Vi, isn't it?
Which one?
Well, sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're cold. Sometimes they're yes, sometimes they're no. Sometimes they're in to the site.
I thought the one about the plastic bag. Oh, perfecto. The timing is being cruel to you today, my friend.
Yeah, it is. And now you re-peek into Yell. Just as you return to what you once held, this time a scope staring you down.
Make it 6.
Make it 6.
All the favorites today came in as clear favorites on paper. As far as if you were looking at names of teams, players in the server, accomplishments, all of that kind of stuff, you go with Na'Vi the favorite over MIBR, Gambit the favorite over Team 1, Fury the favorite over Cloud9. Out of all the games, the team who most people would consider the most storied, you know, they've got the most achievements, they have the best player in the world, they have one of the best sidekicks in the world in Electronic, they're the biggest name from their region. They are the ones who, unfortunately, today go in, for me, as the team is most likely to either lose the series or lose a map and make it look difficult.
Certainly. Certainly. How would you feel, though, Chad, if you were referred to as a sidekick?
Well, I mean it in a nice way, right? The others not even referring to. You have Batman and Robin and the rest.
Yeah, I'm with you.
At least you get a name.
What about Alfred, you know?
What about Alfred?
Well, he was an integral component of the Batman operation.
Yeah, but
he threw the smokes, he threw the flashbangs.
He's not putting his life on the line, is he?
Yeah, but what's Batman without his gadgets and gizmos? He's just a millionaire and an isolated millionaire.
Yeah, money makes the world go around.
He's nothing without his money. He's just a rich man. That's his superpower. He's got good investments.
I'll take it there. Okay, well, Simple is a superhero. So, yeah, we'll make sure we can pick the ones with powers. We're going to upset so many DC fans right now.
Yeah, someone right now.
Some people would say that Batman's strength of will is a superpower.
Actually, in Zack Snyder's universe, you'll notice.
Talking about things we don't know. Sorry, everybody. But Na'Vi aggressive again. They're really looking for these picks middle. Hasn't gone well for Simple in a few of these. And damage done. Donoko backing off. Boomich as well, passive towards A. Lots of room for MIBR.
This is all about Electronic's angle here. No one's crossed the default, and he can say that with conviction. Not anymore. Tucks in. Util dropped. He's going to ping on the flash. Yeah, he wants to put pressure on. SHZ pulling pins on stuff in Sandwich. He knows it. He hears it. Lurking on the smoke. Contact from Boomich. That should be Electronic's cue. MIBR losing men. Bits found another, as does Electronic. Only 2 now for the Brazilians, and they're ripped out of this assault. Chance for Yell for one more, but that's all. An RV, snatch away a second.
Nice there. That one got very, very dicey. But Electronic standing in the smoke. When was he going to pounce? It was all Boomich and Bit denying the territory, and then he gets
such a tease. You know, Rush was convinced. I was convinced that he's throwing flashbangs, but no, he's happy. I think Boomich, especially, just considering that I can put pressure on that sandwich call. You stay hidden. Swings out for Palace frag, and it's all good in the Na'Vi hood.
They have the AWP picked up now. They took that out of Yell's hands, so that'll be thrown across to Simple here.
See what Simple can do with that AWP. He's going for early info. Ramp, Cello, straight up, and maybe Electronic wants to challenge this. There's a timing on it. He's under. Can no longer be found, at least not initially. No, Perfecto, more nightmare fuel for him. He's gone down. And Cello's coming in with the flank, especially considering they just fragged B.
Fast.
It's so quick, but Electronic's so smart. Cello, not ready for that. Electronic, you pieced it together all on your own. He knows he's forced rotations off of Yell. Back to T-Spawn, though. How long will Bit and Electronic bite on the bait?
Faked B, though. With this forward position right here of Boomich, they know that there's no pressure on A right now, so they can just bide their time and drop even more smokes. MIBR's fake will be found out.
And in which case, you should have responses from at least short or even rotating in through CT. Simple looking for info mid. That is the gap in their info right now. Boomich's smoke enables him to play in limbo here. He's surely going to have to commit to a slightly more safe line. Yeah, this is great. And
have to win that one.
Yeah, that was Boomich's every day of the week. Now an advantage. It's only Simple on the site, and they've already Molotoved him out of position. He still holds the line, though. That's Bolts. Spotted, hunted, miss, chance from Simple. Another slipped out of Palace, and the bomb can go down triple. Donako's so low. He's already won the duel onto Boomich to get them into this position in the first place. They confirm Bit's location, a perfect flash. And he managed to convert. Simple found to be in jungle now. Last spotted CT, Electronic advancing. Looks great for MIBR. Bait and switch. Into the A site, man. Advantage already. Smoke and Kit present. Do they want to go for this? He wants that frag, and he finds it with ease. This duo, they're deadly. Fake to draw the fire. Will Yell take the bait? Bolt's trying to hit the spray. Now he's on it.
To cover.
He's holding it, and they've knocked him off it. That's the round in a nutshell. Bolt will deny through the smoke, and MIBR will snatch another 7. And Na'Vi sent back to Squalor.
Still great stuff here from Bolts, right? This time not opening the round, but closing it down, and an important one because Na'Vi's cash, it's a bit all over the place. 3.5 for that of Bit. You've got 3K, 3.6. Yeah, my eyes are getting worse. Okay, I be my own eye doctor right here. That was, I definitely read that as 3.5 at a range, so. I think we should be able to see a Na'Vi purchase come through, but it's not going to be great. Simple trying to reposition multiple times there, so he wasn't pinned on down by Yell's ult through Palace. And another big one. This is a great start from MIBR. This is what we want to see. The fire in the belly. You know they're going to get pumped in that room. We were talking about the coach the other day, just how much he brings in terms of the vibe. And back towards B. Perfecto here. He's having a rough go of it with timing, missing shots.
Good dink. More damage. Electronic converts off of Perfecto's early headshot.
Defensive smoke here. Giving himself something to move around is Electronic. More pressure towards B. They'll think better of it again. So just forcing Na'Vi across the map. Check it out. 2 more players rotated over to help out Perfecto. It's left Boomich again, who feels like he's just on an island. He's great at being aggressive. He's great at playing for information, but he needs some form of support.
It's like he's trying to do what he sometimes is forced to do on Banana Inferno, but on the A site with 3 entrance points.
All right, Boomich.
Yeah.
How many places can you watch?
I mean, that is the perfect angle for the job he's got now. He can technically react to all 3 of the angles he's responsible for. He has called upon Bit, who's tucked in nicely for the Palace peak.
There's no mid-info for Na'Vi. They can get pushed through connector, window. We can see MIBR aren't there, but they're aware.
I'm just interested in what point, when's Bolts' queue? Is he a late arrival for this take?
They're super late here on that flank.
35 seconds, so they will take contact from ramp first. They know there's likely an AWP in play. They can walk on in. Simple is
smoke the side.
rotating. 25, Cello. Holding onto his smoke for dear life. Bit's passive line pays off. And now a bit sensitive on time. Yell caught in the open. That's the bomb down. Boomich is holding them at bay. Bit 2. The double Bs. They sting. Bolts just to save the M4, the AK here.
Yeah, money not great from MIBR either. So nice one for Na'Vi to respond with. 7-3 in favor of the Brazilians here. Will be another buy round, I think, in response, because Danoko can buy. Bolts with that saved gun. They can continue to be threatening. Don't allow Na'Vi to establish too much of a CT-sided economy here. And you can see there wasn't a lot of util that went into that one for the CTs. They kind of just sat on those off angles we highlighted previously and hit their shot. The rotation was there in time. And you will see the MIBR buy coming through.
It was cool to see from not only Bit's POV of the angle he was holding, but also how difficult as a T to clear it is. Because as you're, like, the line he's holding is as you want to check dark. So you just come around with your bottom show and he just has to spank it. Don't know why we're going down that avenue, but we have. Electronic tucks into mid.
One of the things with MIBR looked threatening in the early stage, but then when it tapers out, as we saw them walking there, maybe it's not that they had a plan or didn't have a plan. It's they want to play contact. But Na'Vi, they're a passive team. We've spoken about how they just sit back and play default simple, almost flicking on into that one. So they're giving you that room, right? They're allowing you to walk on in. Out of nades-ish again for MIBR. Molotov, couple of flashes, HE and a smoke. That's it. And 4 towards mid.
Wow, this doesn't feel promising.
Oh!
Electronics giving it to them. Bit to save the day. Needs a second here. Spray's a bit wild. Danoko's low. He's hitting every shot. Nice work from Bit. He gets away just about. Boomich found a second from Cello.
He's open again. Just got to get the bomb there.
Yeah, but how do you get through? Connect a great shot. Perfecto goes down. He knows Simple's there as well. He doesn't have a smoke. He's going to have to hope he misses. Weathers it. Gets out. Knows Simple's on B with the AWP. Are you really going for this, Cello? What?
Oh, thought Simple would plan his feet and try and deny that cross towards the site there, but Simple too quick, too fast on that rotation. Almost was too noisy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't want to say he's overcooked anything there, but...
No pooches.
No, I don't know. I couldn't make our private joke publicly, but you have.
That's it. But that one right there, that overcooked the pooch by me, has to be one of the worst made-up sayings I think I've ever said.
I mean, I didn't realize that the pooch did refer to
a dog.
Yeah. Yes, in screwed the pooch, which is obviously the actual expression, and overcooked the stew, or whatever. What's the actual...
I don't know. I've made
it.
It's Frankenstein's saying at this point.
It's a good one. Got to be careful not to overcook
anything.
Anything, really. Kind of the process of cooking.
Make sure you overcook the chicken, though.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to underdo that.
This is better from Na'Vi now. They're winning some of these heads-up fights. Perfecto getting away with a cheap one right there onto Danny Boy. Simple finding some form. A couple of AWP shots would be nice. He can't get a break. He's getting slammed.
Just everyone is just nuts at this game.
Who would have thought?
Deagle from Palace takes on the AWPer. And it has at least slowed and humbled Na'Vi's CT maneuvers. They will hit the brakes here and just wait on out for MIBR's remaining duo. It's an unarmored double Deag. Timing is everything. So as the smoke fades, Bolts might have a little bit of a chance. Bit is intermittently looking at Bolts' location. He confirms he's still there and hoping that Boomich isn't ready for his Deag. Yell hits his shot, would need another. Bit dicing with death here.
Getting a plant as well. This is a great round.
Don't speak too soon. Incendiary forces him off the bomb, and now with Bolts gone, his chances of getting that bomb down dwindle. Perfecto from CT already, and Electronic closing the gap to ensure no explosives go down. So this is much better. This is damage control, though, from Na'Vi. I think we need to highlight exactly what we are seeing here. This is a recovery. Far from a CT side. This is them trying to make sure they have a competitive map here on MIBR's pick. Don't forget, they're about to get the luxury of going into the CT side to close out what is already close to 8. On their map pick, no less. This is damage control from Na'Vi, and that is the framing. 5 from Cello, quiet, considering just yesterday he was already vying for one of the highest stats in the tournament. Bit of an underperformance from him at a crucial juncture against one of the biggest names in their group. They're going fast into A. Boomich gone.
There's the name.
Yeah, there's more to be seen, though. Slight gap on that smoke if you want to cross. 4 HP for him. They're boosting him up, and Cello goes down through the wall bang. just in the nick of time, gets it down before the flash does pop. He's vulnerable to CT swing. Are they going around the world? Yeah. Interesting. Cello needs to survive. He needs to get another one here. He's got so much pressure. So many angles. Cello! Oh, he comes alive! Crucial fragging, and now the round-the-world maneuver can surely seal the deal. It's not planted for them. It's actually not planted for SHZ. And he reveals his location. If Bolts goes down, there's a smoke as well. Simple not known to go for the Ninja. He'd rather fight it out, trying to bait Shaz's peak, and he knows where they both are. He's isolated the first, and there you have it. 8. MIBR given a gift by Cello.
That was huge. That was huge. He just pivoted left, right, and center.
The only way you're getting back into that one and keeping it competitive with fragging like that from Cello. Let's see that one again in full 4K. Oof, great first shot.
The Perfecto team flashed.
Got multiple targets on this swing. Finds Electronic of the third is especially impressive. Good shooting. MIBR, they're going to be feeling very, very good vibrations into the 14th here, Chadney.
Yeah, that's a huge round from Cello. That's impact. That's impact every day of the week, because look what it has done to the money in Na'Vi. We only have 2 rounds left to play here in the first half, and they just have to opt for these pistols. Next round, the rifles will be back out, but MIBR might be sitting on 9 rounds. Huge T-half here. No reason that MIBR can't come in, steal the map, maybe even steal the series. If Na'Vi struggle like this in their last few games, that third spot, it's up for contention. We know where Gambit and Furious sit. Na'Vi were meant to be the third. Na'Vi were meant to be the first. To be stack.
This is a compulsory victory for Na'Vi. I mean, the desk outlined it. You need this win.
So 1 spotted.
I think that's enough, right?
Yeah, it just is they're lying in wait. It is a bit of a trap. Close wasn't sprung, and now the bomb pivoting on back. Rotation points are taken. Cello, just with his positioning alone, has almost denied this round. The USPs, the CZ, the Deagle, well, they don't have the ground to work with here.
It's just freaking me out that the bomb's not down yet, but I know it's on its way. Bolts is just really, really making sure he's checked every single nook and cranny. Even Dinoco's checking close.
Well, he needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's going to find the entire Na'Vi team. He'll take 2. Electronics up to Tango. Yeah, I see where you're going, Chad. It is a bit sketchy. Bolts' smoke restores some faith, as does the frag from Cello. Electronic trying to get aggressive through the window. Jump. Boomich is gone as well. Nice catch as he jumps up on the box. Maybe Simple's got another Deagle headshot in him, but the round is certainly MIBR's. Getting closer to not only winning the half out, getting closer to bloody double digits, Chad, with a CT side to fall back upon. I don't know how the Na'Vi T side's feeling, but it's gonna have to be one hell of a shape up.
If this group is anything to go off, it's not feeling great. And with the new nugget of information, I'll repeat it again for those of you just tuning in. According to Flamey, Electronic was in-game leading on Mirage. Whether or not he's doing that right now, who knows? They might even be doing it by committee over there in Na'Vi. We really don't know what's going on within that team. We can only speculate.
I believe the interview was relatively recent, though, in terms of, you know,
would have been
when Frankie
morning,
spoke. That was today's information in that sense.
It's hot off the presses. Don't get me wrong. There we go.
Pull onto Cello. Now, that is a delivery. When you've pulled out the glass cannon, it's a panic button. Last round of the half, you need to find an entry on your AWPer. Simple has provided exactly that. Now, losing the A prong really will nullify the MIBR squad. So much lost information, and actually, yeah, Dinoco's just going to hold W. And Bit catches the L.
Find. Need one more here. Really put the pressure on Na'Vi.
That might actually force the fight, you know. Oof. Forces a smoke out at least, and I think he's got the free information onto Electronic. Not free anymore. As I said, is in a really uncomfortable position, and Electronic makes it look easy. That's what they needed. Na'Vi do post a 6th, but it's MIBR. They're in the lead, and they're heading to defense on their map pick.
Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies. Pull yourself back together, been staying off track forever. Child of the nation, will seek redemption, time for salvation. Today is meant to be day of victory, time for history. Reverse the tendency, fight the entropy, channel your rivalry. You're playing for fortune to come.
Ready to rock and roll. Second half, second series, and Na'Vi MIBR locking horns in the arena, albeit virtual. There's a whole lot on the line. Na'Vi looking to redeem themselves, and 1xBet slightly more convinced they shave off a little on the MIBR odds after finding a solid 9 rounds on the T side of their map. Na'Vi have had their fair share of woes on their attack previously. The Electronic is calling.
Yeah, apparently so. So let's see what that looks like. SHZ ready and raring. Only man to receive in the site.
That'll be his first. He's getting peppered, but those Glocks don't have the penetration. Bit does into the site. Bomb to be planted triple. Can't contest. Simples hits a great shot just admittedly through the corner. They can't knock him off the plant. And so 4 CTs, I've not seen this in a while, Chad, are just fighting in connector. They do find the first, this wave of blue about to crash into the rocks that are Simple and Electronic. He's got a molly for him. You've got to move now. Tucked in on default, it doesn't seem to have spread. He has that safe hidey hole. Little Electronic to bait in. Bolts found, need another. Electronic provides. This is done. Just Cello. Doesn't have the time for this. They're tucked in, playing the time, and fantastic shot. He will try and call the bluff on Boomich. Oh, and the one tap was the only way. The only way we could have potentially seen this one snatched away. But they keep it close, they keep it costly. Everybody goes down, Cello included. Na'Vi, a successful T-side pistol.
All right, well.
Is it going to be our favorite episode of Force Spy Wars?
I hope so. We do like tuning into this one lately. If I'm MIBR and I take everybody down, there's no residual Kevlar, which can be upgraded into cheaply. That P250 is not there. So it has to be a full rebuy for Na'Vi across the board. Galil's AK, 2 MAC-10s versus what is currently 4 Deagles. I think it, well, likely was going to be 5. A UMP for Cello here. Only 3 smokes, so MIBR not operating with enough smokes on all their players to just keep these choke points visually denied. But it is an Inferno on Banana, so don't worry about it too much. SHZ spots Electronic now in the apartments as the default spread of Na'Vi, seeing what maneuvers MIBR want to throw at them. SHZ's picking again, almost finds a timing.
Yeah, that pin pull sound cue, so many players getting better at pushing on that.
I think they're both going to be glued to apartments. They are.
Yeah, but Cello's got enough time, and he controls the spray better than Perfecto. If he gets away, Electronic can cause problems, and he is surged into the A site now. Rock hard place. Cello needs one. Bomb spotted. Needs another. No way. Simple will get it. It's denied, and as is the round, Bolt's left to his own devices. He's so disconnected. The only way is towards the A site. T-spawn perhaps seems to be his avenue. Maybe there's a weapon.
There, right?
I mean, what is it, a UMP and a MAC-10?
So not a lot. It's not going to be great. Better than nothing for Bolts. But that round right there, I like that little maneuver because SHZ with the re-peak was keeping Electronic busy so the other two could push ramp. Because traditionally on a default spread like that, you'd have one player who was tasked with watching A. Now, there's 2 positions to watch. There's Palace and there's A ramp. Well, Electronic was spotted towards Palace, so they push A ramp. They almost find the gap. They want to punish and isolate him. The kills don't go quite the way they wanted, but the idea is nice. And now, Na'Vi will be up to their 8th. So, as quick as you like, this one should be tied on up. I almost feel that the pistol round and conversions are a must for Na'Vi, considering how bad a lot of the T rounds have been. So
just yesterday we saw them win those first 3, and that would be the only T rounds they posted. So a very astute observation I hadn't considered.
So this is great that they picked up that pistol. Now this is what we would consider a bit of a gimme, a bit of a freebie. Just this Deagle on Bolt. Cello's bought into one as well. I think that Yell's going to be holding on to all his residual cash to get that AWP out. He even gets himself a Zeus. So Cheeky investment there. He'll be soloing B. We have 3 players on A. Bolts towards that mid window. Just some warning shots. Hey, mid might be contested. They still flash out. They still force the issue. And Na'Vi in that same default spread. Bit dealing with the B push. The 3-pack in towards middle. And Electronic Apartments again. This is literally just a default spread from Na'Vi. Nothing exciting whatsoever. As bomb is picked up.
Inspired calling from Electronic here as they wrap back through spawn.
This is what every good team has to have down, and probably a few different variations, right? Your default or your anti-eco is normally a little bit different. It's more passive than what a default would be. Default, you might want to prod for a bit more information, see if you can take certain territory. Back over towards A we go. So 4 players on the site right now for MIBR. They've put their forces in the correct position. They just have to hit the shots. That's the hard part.
Yeah, or the Zeus's. That would be cool. 1 in play on Yell. Denarco, P250. Oh, he does catch a little timing. Electronic's going to just full unload of the spray. Cello's Deagle, the only one to contest so far. Damage inflicted, and Simple does go down. Yell's USP double dink has actually provided enough to slow them down. Electronic's low in Palace. He can't be as, they say, fair with it.
Oh!
It's been caught as well. This gets sketchy. Another heroic frag provided by Electronic.
It's the USP.
Yeah. I mean, he's been dealt a hand he can certainly play with, but doesn't seem too favorable anymore. Oops. Every second that passes, Boomage can be more and more places. SHZ knows that. And so does Boomage. Catches it, and there's the equalizer. Full conversion. Na'Vi, pistol +2.
Still expensive though, right? Like, they're not getting it done cleanly in any means. So Na'Vi, they can afford everything they want. The plants are helping that out. Let's see if Simple goes into the AWP here. Will do. Yell's purchased on his. Cello yet to buy. Now it's the gun rounds. This is where we have the real test. What approach are Na'Vi looking for? I feel like when they did the faster plays or more direct, you remember Perfecto rushing through Monster yesterday with the Mac 10? That's when they felt the most threatening. When they just get picked off one by one, they let Boomage get mid-control, they don't do anything with it. Na'Vi are hoping the kills come to them. This time they need to take the fight to their opponent. Boomage selling the mid-fake on his own.
It's true, it was a very unconvincing T-side. I remember now. Boomage running down middle, dies, and then they had these awkward 4v5s every round. Simple. That's a lovely find. Rare to see the T finding that tight line.
And we were talking about looking for kills on their default, not finding any in the past. Well, they've just been gifted a big opening. Yell can no longer be mobile with that AWP, can no longer be a threat.
Oh, this is a kind of a gift for Cello. Chances are, Bit expects it to be clear. Good frag, good reaction. And now 2 bodies drop for MIBR. A huge deficit to overcome. It might require a gamble/save. We are seeing them vacate B, as it seems Simple and his cronies are heading to the second letter of the alphabet. Especially upon the loss of SHZ. This one is a 10th for Na'Vi. And it all started with, and ended with Simple's AWP.
Oh, he's going to go for the fight. You have to. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Indecision there. Look for the kill. Couldn't find it. Burnt down to half.
It's info, and it is going to be enough to get that bomb down. What's your dream default plan? Because like I know we do it for the apps in that little box on B.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker for a short plan.
Or knife and Boomage. Come on, that'll add. That'll put you in good spirits, mate.
Feel good.
There it is.
Feels very good. And Boomage will even catch SHZ. So nothing to report.
Dream one. Oh,
like you've had all the time in the world to set it up. What's your after plan?
In a dream world for B, you've gotten onto the site and you've still maintained mid control, so you can't get flanked catwalk. So a catwalk plan it would be because it gives you more options. It feels like, whereas the apartments one, you're a little bit more stifled. And
I just hate I hate the visualization of someone throwing a Molotov and then tickling the bomb.
Yeah,
I just hate that that moment of lads.
Yeah. It's never fun.
Either way, we are ready to see if MIBR have got a CT round in them. Deagles and Kevlar, all they bring to the fray.
It looked good with the Deagles, though.
Yeah, and they're looking for some Turkish rugs, I think.
Bit having a good game. Remember, he's in for Flamey. Nice easy mop up there for Perfecto. Needs a double like that. Can't go down with just one. They know Cello's around as well.
Cello's a threat. Started on, what, 5 rounds into this, but came alive into the closing stages of that T side. Now here on defense, admittedly just the Deagle, but drawing blood once again. Now Perfecto's low with that bomb. Perhaps a slight vulnerability in being caught on the cross.
Lots of mollies here. There's no excuse for Na'Vi not to use this utility right now. They know they're up against the low buy.
If they use all of those magical grenades, I imagine there's no way in for these Desert Eagles. They are taking their time here, Chad. It does seem like there's a degree of hesitance. Na'Vi are playing like a team that know they are vulnerable.
Higher stakes today, isn't there?
It is. That's the better way to put it.
Well, Simple's got this one locked down, even looking for the feet through the smoke there. Cello doesn't want to push it, will fade. Simple wants to fight.
Yeah, it enables Cello to get his second Deagle frag. He can't believe his luck.
Okay, well, they'll take that one. Some gifts coming MIBR's way in terms of kills.
One more would be lovely.
Just tucking them in, looking for more exits here. If they can grab an AK when the bomb goes off, that'd be great for MIBR, but they will be buying in the next round. The loss bonus, of course, is maxed on out. 3,400 into their bank account time and time again. Not a bad round-to-round paycheck by any means. I'll take that.
No complaints.
Bolts might be able to get this AK right here. You can see Noisy. Oh, and Boomich will deny it. Swift stuff from Boomich there. Cello on the way out the door grabs another, but Perfecto on low HP will trade. The AWP for Simple carried on through, and 11 now for Na'Vi.
Right. Perfecto, 3 kills in our 20th. Na'Vi yet to drop one here on our second half.
Double AWPs to note for MIBR here. Alex Cello has picked up the secondary.
I will say as well that last time we saw, the only previous AWP we saw from Yell didn't really get a chance to fire a bullet. So
peeked in dead. Never fun.
It's not easy to determine the value this is bringing from that previous round. Let's see if they can prove or change the dialogue here. Very aggressive. Cello and Yell. Double AWPs aggressive mid. One boosted up short, the other pulls the trigger onto Boomich. So that's the mid prong completely nullified early, and that will enable a lot of early CT info. How do they get it remains to be seen. Perfecto and Bit working on the underpass to clear mid that way.
Interesting pivot from Bolt straight away. He got legged to start off this round, right? You can see they're operating with 17 points of health, and he's just rotated over to be a passive B anchor. So aware of the issues he might have around connector or window against nades and Molotovs, coming to a very safe place.
Oh, it couldn't be better from Yell. He's read them like a book there. Puts another body on notice. He's even pre-aiming this. He's got it. He's watched the demos. He knows what you're up to, and he seems to have the patience. Electronic, the Palace Lurk, holds his nerve. Yell holds his line. Denoco to fill the gap in window. Now he can safely and freely focus his attention on that Palace position. Concerned about connector. Maybe Electronic can catch Shaz here.
Lots of pressure on A.
One CT falls. More to come. Palace announced. Simple through the smoke on connector. Yell in limbo. Doesn't seem comfortable at all. Here's the pins from connector. He's had a chance and he pulls the trigger again. Yell with 3, needs another 4 from Yell. Sends Na'Vi out of the server. Bolts will ensure his survival. MIBR first CT round found, and it's on the back of his AWP.
The first kill was great from Yell. The second one was a gift there, and then just staying calm under pressure to find 4. Impact from the in-game leader. Has been having a rough go of it in the EPL group, and here's a nice little split screen of you. Boomich jumping, flash, dead mid-air, plucked out of the sky. The second kill that Yell got, normally that would be facilitated by a Boomich top mid-flash before you peek out connector. Bit just walked into it. So that's what I mean in terms of a gift right there. Hoping name value enough would be enough to push them off the line.
The smallest of gaps, but it's enough for Cello to hit the leg shot. So Boomich, first fragged, now tagged on his mid-adventures.
Oh, this is a tough clear for Electronic. Very tough clear.
Yeah, Jesus. Elevated and tight. Well, we've seen this round before from Na'Vi. Have mid-control late. They don't have the Palace prong, though, so it might have a different flavor to it still.
Notice how most teams are just punishing the extremities of Na'Vi. We saw this out of Furia as well. They almost give them mid. Spend as much time as you want out there, wandering around, throwing your nades. It doesn't feel threatening if we take away the extremities. Someone needs to make a play for Na'Vi here, and Simple on the AWP, it's not the weapon for the job with how tight MIBR are playing. You can see tucked in. More information for Denoco now. He's hearing these nades thrown over towards ramp.
He's not hearing any steps, and neither are his teammates. Perfecto is trying to be loud about it. Enables Bit to get himself into window, but it's being held. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, and Bolts might not have the info now. You can hear Perfecto loudly like a bloody elephant.
He jumped through the vent. This is crazy.
And now Bolts will catch Bit. The bomb, though, from Perfecto, trying to get its way towards B. He's been caught by Cello's AWP. On the line, Simple has to hit that shot and has. Delivers it. The bomb's too disconnected. It was only Simple. The only man that could have got that bomb into the site was him. He focused on A. And Na'Vi ran out of time.
So MIBR tie things up here. Legs 11. This one's going to go down to the wire here today. Good start from MIBR, making the double AWP setup work. Na'Vi, you can see it's the intent is to hope that, I guess, the waters part ways like they're Moses or something, and the path is clear. They need to force the issue in some of these fights, because unless the kills are coming your way, you're not going to get gifted anything. Nice trade there.
So, I'm not tripping, right? Perfecto was super loud, bounding around, then he strafes window to short, dies with a bomb 15 seconds left. Simple is the only one within access range, and they just accept the save.
Yeah, I think the idea was once they have that window control with Bit, and he had cleared across, because Bolt's actually tucking on down ended up working in MIBR's favor, because he knew that there was nothing there. Bit cleared it and saw, oh, there's nobody here holding it, so maybe they're playing more passive on the sites. Perfecto had to go for that kind of a play. Didn't want to go up short where he could get picked off by an AWP.
It was really like a rock hard place situation.
And then with how strung out they were, it's like, well, where are you going to end right now? They saved the guns, but let's see what they can do, because the default of Na'Vi, it needs to feel just a little bit more threatening. That Molotov will help out, not going to harass top mid as much as they'd like. And now Simple taking some initiative here. Burnt on down to 60. And again, pressure on the extremities, right? Too close ramp. There's only one player around middle. That's Yell, the tallest of tasks. Connector, window, all of it to worry about. He's going to drop back. Simple A pincer here. Looks like they're just going to come up through connector. They have flashes to make this work.
Oh, he catches one completely blind. Good angle held by SHZ, but he's caught the head. And now it's 3 bodies hitting the deck in simultaneous fashion, only 2. Cello's the one that's gone unchecked. He's still staring at ramp, for heaven's sake. If he can deny the plant, if they don't thoroughly check this, which they do, the no-scope tucks in. If he could go, oh my God, he's actually hit Perfecto's hip. And he can finish it with the USP. Tags him even further. Somehow, Perfecto protected by God. Speaking of, Simple takes down Cello. And Danoko's been handed certainly a winnable clutch scenario. We've seen him in these before.
Nade in a smoke. If he nades over towards the Goblin box, that's a kill.
Every day of the week. Simple steps out for the info. He just doesn't miss these. He's a quick and nimble character as Simple. And he'll go and snatch 12 for Na'Vi.
Appears the off day is over. He just has one. He has one a year. That's all right. You give him one a year, and he's got 23 kills in this one. We were talking about his performance the other day. I think it was against Cloud9. That was a 3-map series. He averaged 29 kills a map yesterday. He was a shadow of himself. You saw the tweet brought up by the desk. And now he's finding a lot of action and traction with 23. You got Bit showing up in a big way. 19 for him. 16 apiece for Boomich and Electronic. And Perfecto down the bottom of things to round it out. 12 to 11. Money broken again. Eagles, M4, there's always a chance in these type of rounds. I've come to just acknowledge that all the time. I don't rule anything out anymore.
When I first started casting with you, Chad, you did the opposite. You'd go, well,
this one's over.
This is over. 13 for Na'Vi. And I think I've just slowly witnessed you realize just how absurd Counter-Strike is now.
Yeah.
That you're doing it genuinely. In fact, if anything, you're laying it on too thick sometimes. You know, it's like, well, it's a single Desert Eagle on Simple, but
still a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I never want to get caught out with that kind of we do still say when things are impossible, like when it's just the USPs, they shouldn't be winning those, but it's so difficult these days. One kill can almost spiral an entire round, and with the type of Counter-Strike we've seen out of Na'Vi, especially on their T sides, at the moment they're having to reprove to the Counter-Strike world that they have what it takes.
So you're hearing steps and pins in mid as his vision is restored. He confirms nothing, and so suspicions of connector, suspicions of ladder, and he's going to give it to them completely. Okay, wow, they've pushed T-spawn already. As the BXX comes in, they've got 3 players in a position to receive Na'Vi here.
There's only 3 real players on this hit for Na'Vi.
Interesting. Boomich will swing short though.
25 seconds.
It can even come kitchen. This is wild.
Problems now.
Danako. If they wait for the smoke, his death may not be in vain if he could just find one.
16 seconds.
Yep, and he's taken down Electronic. What's the plan, Na'Vi? What's the plan? Every second he rots off the clock, and now the flank is in. That's the bomb on the back of Simple. He'd have to be planting now. Maybe he does. No, they can't get away with this. They can't keep getting away with this. Na'Vi.
What? That's not how that's meant to happen.
You can't.
They just sat in apartments.
You didn't play the game. You didn't play Counter-Strike. You just win, though.
That was 20 seconds left when they started pushing. They knew exactly where they were. There was nobody watching the flank for Na'Vi. Hello, punish him.
Go on, Cello.
Give him the beans.
Give him the Heinz signature bean.
No. All right.
Well,
I'm sorry.
hang on,
That shouldn't work.
It's all right. Guys, don't worry. If you're scratching your head, we have a Counter-Strike expert in the studio. It's Chad Sponge Birchall. He's going to explain that Na'Vi round.
You could see Simple wiggling his mouse while trying to plant. That is the indicator right there that they're in trouble. Like, there's going in late, and then there's going in late. If you take the bomb site with 15 seconds left and you clear everything, and then you start planting.
12, 11. By the way, if Bit doesn't kill Bench, that plant's denied as well. So look, 5, 4, Bit kills SHZ.
Oh
no,
my
Boomich
God.
saves the day as well.
Remember Boomich saved the day on Nuke the other day?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That's not... Chad, I'm not going to be... Am I stupid by asking this question? I'm just going to ask it anyway. That's never going to be by design, is it?
I hope not, because if it is by design, they
pull it off. Like they seem to just thrive in those chaotic environments, but it can't be what they're looking for.
Maybe they'll have like rabbit's foot around their neck.
Blade doesn't call a timeout and say, right, lads,
wait until 20
push
seconds.
at 12 from B apps.
That late smoke, right? That's the reason they're caught in that position, but it should never really come down to that. Not on a map that's a bit more open like Mirage. You're meant to be able to bait out the utility. It's not an Inferno. So that one there was rough. Imagine if Yale gets both the Deagle kills. The bomb gets dropped up in towards B apps and it's over anyway.
Or you shoot Simple first before Perfecto and they fumble with the bomb. I mean, my God. Anyway, there's more rounds. That's just one of them. Cello wants to deny this Palace lurk. It's a crucial component of the Na'Vi default. This time he's missed his shot and will concede.
Thought about the repeat there. You could see it, just that hesitation before dropping back, but he'll get out of dodge.
Interesting if he actually wants to cross. Simple's been holding this. Is there an exchange? No.
Oh, okay.
Yal found some great success on his mid lockdowns. Oh, Boomich caught as he goes for their info. And Yal wants more. And he could find it as well. Quick from Bit, very quick from the newcomer. And the standoff on Palace is one out. Great work from SHZ. He's kept A safe. Had he gone down, they could have flooded through the connector onto Cello. Instead, now time for Bolts to rotate in. Danaka, what are you up to? Oh, he takes matters into his own hands, takes down Simple and the bomb. Both of them with their ears ringing and low HP. He'll get the assist. It's Cello to get the frags. MIBR back in the driving seat.
Well, money for Na'Vi now in question. They're going to have to take either a save or a force by their own, and the only one who can really force with much conviction will be Simple.
Oops.
Really rough decisions to be making here at the tail end of this game. 13-12, round 26 about to get underway. This trade from Bit was good, and you can see, because Yell's trying to do all the mid control and he's lonesome there, he's focusing obviously top mid, gets the kill on the Boomich. In that window of time where he makes the shot, Bit slips into punish. So it's not an easy task to hold mid solo. The fact that Yell's even taking that challenge is huge for the team. And he's come alive as well. 18 for him in this one, 24 for Cello. We've got 15 for Bolts. He had a lot of impact in the early stages, did Bolts, to set MIBR with an early lead. And now we'll get a timeout from Na'Vi. They're second in this game to talk things through. At the moment, they bought nothing whatsoever. We'll update you live and direct from the sidelines if anything changes. And just in, Simple has bought a Deagle.
Whoa. Now, Chad, you say any round is winnable.
You want me to do this one for you?
No, I'd rather you didn't.
2P250s, a smoke, and a Deagle. We're in a giggly mood today, guys. It is a Monday.
I mean, look, listen. Sometimes they say if you're not feeling a smile, you can actually just force it by forcing a smile. And I'm actually feeling better ever since I've been
forcing a smile.
Playing silly buggers.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Well, it's working then.
It's made me feel better. I hope you're not.
I could practice my play-by-play on these rounds.
You could totally.
Like
genuine play-by-play.
Let Rush do it, but yeah, genuine play-by-play. That I'm not sure if it's in my vocabulary.
I'm telling you, you've got it in you.
All right.
Just say what's happening on the screen and say it differently than the last time you said it. That's literally my job.
I hope he knifes him again.
Okay, well, that does kind of scare me, actually.
Yeah, so this winnable round becomes even more so. SHZ is stuck on the side. He does have help over towards CT, but a lot of room being taken back. Simple thrust forward. He's been spotted.
Okay, looking good as the CTs do start to find all of the necessary frags. Simple, unfortunately, already low and sent lower by SHZ's M4.
Come on, Boomich. Give us a Boomich special. Might even get the free ticket kill. Oh, almost catches him on the way down.
Yeah, losing that life though does hit him. He swings out for another. They're making this round so painful for MIBR. The loss of Cello still rings out in the server. Perfecto vulnerable. They're pushing for him, and I think they've got him booked.
Who knows where both are now, though? One was in the vent room and window, and one...
Last seen A, and he's sprinting to B with the bomb.
Boomich might do them here.
He could ace clutch on nothing more than a Deagle and a P250 round.
10 seconds. We'll just go for that plant. Knows how vital the cash is for his team, so no fake here from Boomich. Bomb goes down. MIBR still in the wrong place.
He's planted for app side.
He's made it to bench.
This is great. All he needs is a timing. How diligent will Bolts and Denoco be? Oh. Nice find. Bolts will catch him. And they'll head on straight back to make sure they do the housekeeping, find the best weapons for the job.
There's an AWP ticket. This is where we're looking for that one. The defuse should come through. They do have the kit for that. So handled in 13-13. We're tied up here again. I think Na'Vi have started to look more threatening, but the question is, can they close? Because sure, that was an eco round. You can see this just absolutely pants right here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Cello, right? That's the biggest performer so far. So a good scalp to find and a lot of reinvestment for MIBR. Their economy not allowed to build on this CT side. They'll be back against the wall. If they lose around MIBR, Na'Vi can close.
Certainly. And double AWPs have been pulled out as well. So they're pulling out all the stops after Cello's M4 fell into Boomich's hands for great effect. 13-13. It is certainly an unlucky number for one of them. Let's find out who. 4 rounds so far posted by MIBR CT side. And ooh, actually a missed shot thanks to the flash. Yell was visible. They're leading Palace, 3 of which have the bomb. I think with Yell's glance and his movements on the map, he seems to be kind of aware of this, but
3 at ticket right now.
It's not the play, is it?
They're going to be in limbo if Na'Vi pounce now.
The ramp smoke's solid. They'll be able to close the gap just a little bit. Oh, Electronic times it, but it's Yell and SHZ to pass the test. There's more to come. Simple, the element of surprise and a missed shot. Awkward now. SHZ's found more. He's getting overwhelmed. He even lands the dink. So punishing. The aim is there from MIBR, and 14 feels like it might be as well. Just Simple to change the dialogue. They group up. It's an AWP. Whatever you do, don't let him take these fights individually. Overwhelm him, catch him on the bolt, let that shot be his last. He pulls the trigger, time to cock it, now it's deadly, okay. All right then, Yell saves the day for MIBR. Simple, a threat, definitely. A single day off of his A game, that's all it takes.
Oh, that right there as well, the limbo setup that MIBR found themselves in as they were rotating back around. It was almost the worst time, and you can see this right here. I thought this was going to be their undoing because there's so many players, you wouldn't all be focused, ready to go for Palace, but they swing in time, they make it work, and Yell, just survival. That was the key in this one. Allowed his teammates to rotate over, and they take Simple down together. Pistols here for Na'Vi, and MIBR are knocking on the door of 15.
Look what it's done to them. Natus Vincere equipped with sidearms and Kevlar vests.
Oh boy, it's going to be a rocky road today. We've seen them get pushed Na'Vi in a few of their series.
I wish I knew the ingredients of Rocky Road ice cream. I could have been clever with it. There's Cello.
It's marshmallow in there, right?
I think so. Is there toffee? What makes it Rocky Road? A Rocky Road?
That's a good question.
Either way, these are really important questions for another day. RV are just hoping and praying.
Simple has the bomb.
Yeah, and if he shows bomb, he can open up the site. That's a Simple special. He even knows the potential for Denoco.
He's made so much room for his teammates. Look what they've taken. Just his presence, the kill, the bomb. It's done so much for Na'Vi.
And Electronic can catch the flank all off the back of Simple showing the bomb and showing us some Deagle magic.
Still drop the ball here, Na'Vi. 40 seconds left.
Yeah, but they've got an AWP on Simple now. That is a potent weapon. Bomb needs to be planted. SHZ, They know where you are, and Simple's already unloading his mag. He's got 2 frags. It's just SHZ now trying to isolate Simple. There's time, but the no-scope misses. There shouldn't be another, but he hits it. He's so low. 4 HP. 1 bullet is all Boltz needs and desires, but Simple's trying to be a cheeky bean. He's off to B. He's going to get it as well. 15 seconds. Boltz still paranoid about the site. He's not going to work it out in time. The bomb will be planted, and Simple has all the time in the world to clutch up a round that is only come from him. He started this on B. He plans to finish it here too.
This nade from Boltz could be destined for greatness, but not if Simple is perched forward like this. An aggressive line for Simple can only hold this for so long.
How loud will Boltz be about this? Dead silent, creeping, crawling, Simple. Absolutely no info. It's a shot to the leg. He's so low now, both of them. He has a nade. Boltz has thrown it out the wrong direction. Simple lives on. Time favors him. Looking to clutch up. This 4 HP is all he needs. Boltz is running out of time. And Simple closes it out for 14. Na'Vi have a Simple round, courtesy of their superstar.
Oh, Yanko said yesterday he needs to put the team on their back, you know, to carry them across the line. Just play for himself. Well, here, that's exactly what it felt like he was doing. One player, a deagle, the bomb, it draws a huge gap.
Is that a knife attempt?
He did, and that's why I said why. I don't know why he went for that SHZ.
You know who you're playing against.
Like, not only is that a bad play in that situation when the scoreline was 14-14, it's against Simple. If you pull the knife out, that is the sign that you want to go to bloody war. And I'm not talking about the war we have in the server right now. This is how you get him fired up more than anything.
Yeah, there's politics attached to knives in Counter-Strike, especially with Simple. I mean, I still don't think Nitro and Simple made eye contact after that experience.
That was a very orky moment, but we're in one of those now. I don't know if the teammates of SHZ are going to want to make eye contact with him right now because they're money.
Dude, he had 4 HP as well. Someone somewhere wants to type HP in the chat. They're not going to.
Look at their buy for MIBR now. They've forced on in, and now they can steal this one away.
It's just completely turned on its head thanks to a Deagle hero round. Cello had an AWP and he got out-banged by the $700 pistol. That's the technical term. Chance here. Electronic is a consistent presence. And you can see that this jiggle from SHZ would enable him to just take a wider step upon the peak. Oh, he could do this. 2 bullets of the Deagle, and both of them have connected. Leaves Electronic on notice. Aims for the toes, misses them both. It's Simple down to 50. Nade onto Bit. This is some significant damage, Chad. 3 members of Na'Vi under half.
They're walking wounded right now in a minute on the clock, and this is the only real estate they have to work with. Look at Perfecto's position. He isn't aware if they've pushed B apps whatsoever.
Tanaka's got a deep smoke. If Perfecto shows and he gets a deep smoke apps, they're corralled into the A stack. Yeah, he might throw his smoke on the flash, I wonder. Oh.
Pressure. He's waiting for more harassment. This is even better. But the rotation now, Cello's between 2 mines.
And they're coming in. Let's see if they can convert. Early damage was inflicted, and more is. Yell finds the head of Boomich. SHZ cowering, safe from the flames. He may go unchecked. Oh. Bit does his job. Double kill from Bit.
All on Cello. There's a gap right now for Cello.
It's Simple on sandwich damage hit. He's hit every single bullet so far. If he could just find one clean kill with 1 bullet left in the chamber, Perfecto denies. And Na'Vi given the opportunity to close it out in regulation.
Disaster now for MIBR. The force buy that almost landed that damage was the best they could have hoped for. Unable to convert the kills, and now 1900, that is it. That is all the loss bonus they're gifted. The CT economy broken this late in the piece. Nightmare fuel.
My heart is breaking for MIBR. The amount of damage we've seen them just be unable to convert. You know, we just talked about SHZ's knife. Straight into this one where Deagles and you hit 2 Deagle shots into Electronic and Palace, you feel a little robbed. Boltz takes Simple straight out of the equation. It raises it off the blackboard.
Good trade from Bit here. He's found Danoko trying to push for info himself.
Okie dokie.
It's low HP again, and this time Yell up close and personal towards those B apartments.
Oh, Boomich is actually making a lot of space. Cello's responded. Yell's in so much trouble, though. And Bit low. He'll finish it with the Deagle. Cello just needs 1 more. They're into the site now. Damage inflicted. Perfecto, a single point of health, and it's only Perfecto. And Cello steals it. We're going to overtime. He rips off his headset, and we are not done. Mirage still to be decided. Na'Vi MIBR coming up after the break.
Feel the heat, but we don't wanna let go. We answer questions that we ask alone. I hear the words, but they're coming out in echo. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? At the bottom, don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel a way I've never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender. Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Yeah. Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun, claiming that we the one.
Well then, overtime to separate Na'Vi MIBR. It felt one way, then the other, then right back down the middle. My goodness, Na'Vi on the T side once again.
It's where their woes have been over the last couple of days. They've shown a decent T side here, but let's see how long it can continue. 1x bet odds still favoring Na'Vi in this one. But Palace, Yell's here and there's 3.
Solid opportunity, but Simple has found him, and that's a very big scalp to take early into overtime. Double AWP setup, and you've already dismantled one. It seems like Na'Vi want to pull the plug, though.
Yeah, we still got the canary in the coal mine there with that vent being put on up.
You can take a passive stance, don't have to worry too much about the mid-window boost and flank on B, CT, etc.
Mid pressure being applied here by Bit, and it's just the retool from Na'Vi. Now more forces back through the A ramp. They were noisy about their Palace escape. That has drawn MIBR into a 2-2 hold. The swingman right now is Danoko. He has to play between B and window, and Cello's been pushed off. That might force Danny Boy back towards the B site, but this is all A all
Arco's
day.
called the bluff, bro. He's on his way. SHZ needs the first, and it is Boomich. The spearhead of the assault now snapped. More coming in. Perfecto on Tetris. Electronic ain't playing games either. Takes another. They have the man advantage, and it could very well be extended as he's so blind, naded, and shot at. Lead filled, bolts will be found. It's only 2 now, Cello and Denoco. The loss of Yell, just slowly having the knife twisted in the guts. 20 seconds though, they do need to plant. They can plant safe side of that smoke, but it won't last for forever.
Cello's low.
And Perfecto, that was it. He bodyguards nicely. Nothing to be concerned about.
That's a golf clap round right there. I think Na'Vi, that's just, you know, as expected. You get that opening kill when you convert. They stay together as a team. They just played basic Counter-Strike, right? There wasn't a worry about a push. There was no mad deagle round. They just took their time. They used their utility. And for once, it wasn't them running through a smoke with 15 seconds left on the clock. They had the space, and they make it work. And this is the chance for them. They don't have to worry about getting broken at all. This is overtime. 16K MR3. You're going to see the AWP for Simple every day of the week. The AKs for his sidekicks. Expansive universe, that old DC.
That's Robin, then Robin again, but he's called John this time.
Nightwing.
Nightwing. There we go. So the Palace battle, they didn't give up on it, Chad. They actually sent Denoco in and we found one.
Trade.
Very good trade. Bit seems damn good for another trade again and again. 27 frags from him so far. He has definitely been providing. And Denoco wants to fight out of Palace. He's actually...
Oh!
And Bit is ready for that.
Wrist breaker.
Certainly got friction burns from the mouse mat after that.
28 for Bit, showing up in a massive way here.
He's just always been good for the trade. Even those lurks selling the B side on the first round of overtime worked nicely.
They've just slowed this one down again, Na'Vi. So they're working with some territory here. You can see how far forward
Perfecto's going to do the Bit roll.
Yeah, they're able to fill each other's positions quite easily. It's just Electronic who's hit the deck. Boomich smoking off connector.
Simple as that, really.
It just wants some more fights. Look at him. That connector smoke hasn't landed as it should. There's a huge gap under it by the looks of things. So Bit will not be able to peek and swing, but pushing on in. They're taking the fight to Bit.
So ready for it.
29 now.
Get the dirty 30 right here if he wants. He knows where Yell is. And Cello, I can't believe his patience here. Is he going to trigger discipline all the way in the hopes that Perfecto spreads misinformation? I mean, like, what are you...
They're not going to bring the bomb all the way back now.
Maybe he's just... That's the most stylish way to save.
I suppose he's hoping for it, but we can see Perfecto doesn't want anything to do with it. Bit's now got the bomb. He has to do it all. Kill them all and plant the bomb, Bit. 20 seconds left.
So much patience involved, dude. It's over now. Yell, here's the plan. And Simple's got a lovely angle over the smoke. Yell spots him. Quick reaction, but nothing more to be said about this one. And is considering the double AWP investment so far, if you could get another one, that's good shooting from Cello.
Might as well have a crack. It is OT.
Especially after you find those first two. No smokes. Simple playing to deny that plan, and he hears Yell. Ooh, he's been spotted out at least. Boomich and Simple will wrap it up nicely. 2 already on the T side. We usually talk about the overtime being about finding as many as you can on that T side. Well, the full 3-0 is still in the picture for Na'Vi here.
I feel like overtime there's just a clear shift, right? Because this is a more of a pressure environment. Na'Vi have been here plenty of times. MIBR, they've been in Europe all year now. And look, there are well-known names within this team. But it's a whole different kettle of fish when you're playing in this type of environment, in the Pro League, up against Na'Vi, backs against the wall, have to produce now or never.
Such a narrow gap. Simple want to contest it. I think he does, you know. CT Flash forces his hand and Yell will fall out of the exchange.
More mid-harassment there. That's another connector smoke that Na'Vi will have to deal with. Pre-fire from Bit. Molly as well to dissuade anybody else from poking their heads on in. And this has gone back to more of the traditional Na'Vi feel, more of that default spread, right? In the last two, it was clear indication they wanted to go A. This time, it's more airy-fairy all over the place. We don't know where it's going to land. Alex Richardson hitting his funny bone.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know I had one in my knee.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Anything you whack on the table hurts.
I'm not laughing.
Nor MIBR right now, because look at this. It's dead silent out there. Na'Vi have enough utility to execute. There's some stop smokes and mollies for MIBR as well. 45 seconds at this point. You know that a hit could be coming in at the latest of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, at least I guess the beauty of the clock being run down so low is you don't have time to get your CTs when there is uncertainty in the right place. Looking to change that absence of certainty is Bolts. Now, is there a chance that he full clears Bit?
Wide clear.
It's a very wide clear. And by parking him here for the A-take, he can get a perfectly timed flank. Oh, absolute video gaming, folks. There goes Danako, looking like 18. Perfection from Na'Vi. Where was all of this? They do. The bomb's been denied. No, Chadney, no. It's not going to happen again. Yell from short. They plant safe, and there you have it. My God.
I can just see a world. The double kill through the box. The bomb gets dropped. MIBR win a round. Oh, I only see things going wrong with Na'Vi, but I'll tell you something that's going right. Bit is obviously from the Academy roster, right? This is the most amount of kills. He's currently up to 31 that he has had wearing the main team jersey.
Oh, cool.
His closest before that was 28 frags. That was against Team Liquid in a map loss on Inferno, where he had 28. So this here is the biggest haul we've seen out of Bit yet. So this is promising signs.
Certainly. He's keeping up with Simple. And imagine, that must feel incredibly good as a teammate of him. Early ordnance up top mid. And Danoko's denied. Electronics push. They don't need anything more. This is an early man advantage in a crucial round of play.
Simple searching now.
He is. Are they ready for the hunt? Danako steps out. Quick reactions from Simple enable him to find one. It's the equalizer. Flashes are good though, and Simple caught out. Just a little too extended to tuck in on the corner on the flash. Again, a man advantage for MIBR, and Bit's been so good at finding these trades. This time though, two players were ready for him. And now, well, the A site, surely their next victim.
Everything is set up for Na'Vi's success, maybe not in this round, but the fact that they clean swept the T half, which is where the woes have been in recent times. And both players stuck over towards B. Bomb will make its way up connector now. They've been given the avenue in. We'll just need to clear their corners. But like I mentioned, this is overtime. So Boomich and Perfecto may as well go for this. See if they can make this jarring. Keep the stress levels for MIBR at an all-time high. Perfecto will be heard. So the comms from Cello that there's one player coming from short. Clear as day. Now 2 sets of footsteps. He's heard it all.
No issues onto the first. Perfecto will make it a little more costly. It's been dealt 1 versus 3. He will happily take, I was going to say the AWP just because it sounded nicer, but the AK will be grabbed. And so Na'Vi, they've got 2 more attempts at this before we just have to go again.
That might be one of the only reasons to save in overtime, is picking up an AK on the CT side. Really, I'm trying to think if there's any more, unless you run like a 5 AWP setup 2 rounds in a row because you're doing something mental. But one of the real reasons would just be to hold on to an AK like this, right?
I mean, it can be the difference factor. How many rounds have we said, oh, Electronic on 7 HP, the dink?
Exactly. And that AK, you remove that from the conversation, right? As long as you're getting that bullet to the head, all's good in the hood. This was the offering. Electronic saying, I'll be the tribute. And then Simple, you can see he knew the pick was coming. He just timed it a little bit off there. So as he tried to escape, got with his back turned, completely blind doing the flashbang dance. But here we go again. Na'Vi have 2 more chances to close this one out. Or we go double OT and MIBR will force another 6 rounds onto the clock. Simple more forward this time.
Yeah, but look at the tiniest of gaps he's working with there. Could be enough for the finish, and it was. Nifty little angle he's worked on the mid-smoke there.
Not happy with one, he wants more.
Yeah, they want to bring the aggression to the CT side, and MIBR can't afford to lose another body yet. They've got 4 sets of util. You've already lost Danako early. SHZ looks booked unless they get mid-info. Yell's miles away from getting that. And it seems SHZ's not going to give them a way in just yet.
Bomb's being picked up now, so starting to get an idea of where MIBR want to finish. They've thrown a lot of fake utility out towards B in some of their earlier T-sided rounds. They have enough to do exactly that again and maybe cut noise, walk on into the site, find a trade or 2. They're definitely going B.
So it's 2, Perfecto and Electronic. They hear the util now, and Electronic was previously a real thorn in their side. He continues to be so. Takes down the first, and the rest much further behind the pack. Burning now, Perfecto spurred forwards. Bolts with a really good reaction shot. He will need more.
They can plant now, at least.
Say that. Don't hold your breath. Electronic very awkwardly maneuvering around the smokes. Bolts has found 2, and now Cello found another. They are closing the gap, but they're losing players at every turn. Na'Vi only have Boomich, and he's only got 8 HP. Bolts the entry fragger, Bolts the round closer, 4 kills. for MIBR 17th. And it all now swings and hangs in our final round of our first overtime. This is still the first map. Hard to separate these two. See that from Bolts' POV. His second frag came onto Electronic, and then 3 and 4 just around that B site chaos.
Good stuff from Bolts, right? We were highlighting his impact within the early stages of this game on the T side, finding entries with the Palace pushes, getting kills, walking out onto A, and now here in overtime, coming back alive. Big control granted by that window smoke, and Boomich is going down. Cello's found 2.
Oh my lord, Cello has demanded a second overtime. Double kill on the ramp hold. Na'Vi gonna have to batten down the hatches, find a way to dig their heels in and put up a defense. 19 within touching distance, but made a whole lot harder now upon the departure of Boomich and Electronic.
Simple's taking the AWP under dark right now in A. This is not an expected position for the AWP, and in the meantime, MIBR are just continuing their jaunt around the map, taking a look. That's a very, very defensive Molotov right there to clear out any CT info.
I will also draw everyone's attention to the fact that Cello could have 40 by the end of this overtime.
This is the right gamble, Alex. Na'Vi are stacking A. This is the right gamble. It's going to be a 3-on-5 on the A site. Na'Vi can finish this here.
There's a lot of util for them to weather, though. Bit lingering for initial contact, and there are 3 of them advancing to his position. And Bolts is having none of it. Takes another, just Simple now, and Perfecto, and he's not going to get a chance to pull the trigger on the AWP. Perfecto handed a 1v4, or it's OT again. They know where he is. This is supposed to be MIBR's round. Can he shift the dialogue? No, he can't. We go again immediately. Overtime 2, first to 22. Mirage still undecided.
How does that happen for Na'Vi? That was the best situation they could find themselves in. 3 T-sided rounds, where the struggles have been. The pressure at that point you'd think is relieved. You just need to get the opening kill on the CT side and then convert. They even managed to get the opening kill in one of those rounds and still drop the ball there. Shake of the head from Simple, I think it says it all. Just not good enough in some of the moments from the individuals on Na'Vi to convert those fights.
Na'Vi got 6 T rounds in 15, right? They got 3 rounds out of 3 and they couldn't convert. So this definitely was an overperformance on the T side. MIBR's turn to try and make their T side sing. Looking to post this first. It's even trades. Bit keeps it Na'Vi's favor, and it's a very short-lived chance for MIBR. Cello loses out on his duel. Here's the sound cues, has a chance, doesn't hit the flick. Bolts has burnt down Simple to a crisp. Another chance for Yell. He can't miss them, can't afford to. Especially now he's lost his teammate. The flank is in, and Na'Vi do grab the elusive 19th. Just one round too late.
Yeah, now they're going to have to do it all again, right? Once we get back onto the T side, it's not like those woes have just evaporated right here. Oh, MIBR tried something fast and it didn't work, so off the break, seeing if that pace change would be enough, I'd safely assume they'll go back to the slower play now. You may as well. That's where you found your success. Na'Vi were giving you kills across the map.
Or you just say, Cello, could you just do that thing where you kill the entire A defense in the first 10 seconds? That was cool.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite strats over there at MIBR, I've heard. They love running that one.
All right. The highest performing Bit game we've seen in the Na'Vi main team. And it continues.
They've tried to draw out all this B utility very, very quickly with a fake early, and now they're parking up behind it for an explosion. There are 2 players on the site here, but I'm very worried for Perfecto. He's having a rough go of it.
Yeah, he's been struggling to get that double kill that's demanded of him at times. He's got Bit in support this time, though. And Bit already deleting players. 2 drop. There's more to come. Bomb spotted. Yell missing shots. It's Perfecto to fall. They just have to find Bit. But look at him, so wormy. He's maneuvered around the site. He's been spotted out. SHZ has a chance to spray him down, and good control does make it competitive. Boomich working on short. Could be late to apps as well. It's going to be Yell catching another one into the apartment of Kitchen. It's Electronic that's there as well. Boomich to join them. MIBR to equalize off the back of this. This is an advantage they can't afford to squander.
Oh, catch that.
Dunked. Electronic, as the smoke fades, as advanced, they will cancel the plan. Oh, straight through the smoke. Is Electronic snatching this one from them? He knows where Bolts is. He's even spotted him, and he hunts down, but Bolts denies. Bolts, the impact fragger, saves MIBR from a catastrophe.
I don't know if you can ask for another great start to the round there from Na'Vi. The reload from Perfecto, baits in 2, Bit gets it easy as you like. The rotation's there in time, and they still drop this one. Perfecto just reloaded. That's why Cello's walking out looking a bit silly, right? He's heard that reload, thinks he can catch the timing. SHZ, the hero, onto Bit, and that's given them enough just to slow it down. Yo getting the kill onto Simple as well. There was a lot of frags that got given to MIBR there before they had planted that bomb. 19-19.
The coach of MIBR.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it feels when you didn't think you were about to win 5 seconds ago and then you do. Well, mid-control. 1-3-1 for the MIBR start. Standard stuff, standard proceedings. They deploy ever since that double kill from Cello. Simple is their aggressive ramp holder when they want one. Rather put the AWP there. Ooh.
Shy, isn't it?
Yeah. And that does give them more room to maneuver. The flash up short won't find anyone, but it will get Denoko into ladder. Threatening now, very threatening. Bomb's heading back to where
Double swing
on its own. Cello has to find Electronic. Knows he stairs, suppressing shots to confirm he's there. Oh, Electronic so good. With the AUG eventually found, Denoko does, but there's the bomb. Yeah, Bolts losing his life and the explosives, and Simple's not going to let that one go without a fight. They smoke it. He's dropped his incendiary. Bit's ready for Yell. Looks like 20. Denoko missing the jump. Will have to fight Bit first, and a great control of the spray, but with Simple's control of the bomb, it's flash and hope.
Oh, he's hurt him.
Hits him with the flash. That's
going in.
Crazy info. Couple of deagle shots. The Glock to hunt. Simple says no. 20. It's one more round from MIBR than previously.
Na'Vi, the question is, they still need 2 T rounds. So it's not like they're off the hook here at all. 2 more rounds required to close this one down. MIBR, 2 for them to secure the 3rd overtime.
22. Seems so attainable.
It does. Let's see what Na'Vi opt for, because a lot of their more direct approaches is where they found success, and it was over towards A. This time, a couple players over towards B. Just standard mid-control being feigned here. Yell's gonna cop a flash in the face and fall on back. Simple's been tagged up as well.
Must have been the nade. Denoko's playing with fire.
You have to be very careful hanging around that van position against an AWP. More utility being thrown out now by MIBR. Simple's had enough of waiting for that pick. Realizes it's not coming his way. Smoked off towards window. Cello cannot see Bit, who's below him. Cello can still fight this. He's ahead of that molly.
Yeah, he is, and so Boomich may be unawares. Great angle from Cello, and execution as well. 39, the 40 is almost locked in. Double overtime to achieve it. Man advantage for MIBR, and this will completely level the scores. Cello's sticking around in that smoke. He's hoping to catch it as it fades. And ooh, flash, but no one has the info. Simple might as he elevates. Tip of his head. Tip of his head. It does get bit. Oh, and another from Cello. Robotic. He executes 2. Just Electronics Palace luck then. And well, he's certainly no slouch either. The bomb's loose in middle though, and this is the problem. Similar to the way they lost the bomb on ramp in the previous T round from MIBR, this one is all Cello. Cello's Wonderland. 42 frags to 29. Electronic Palace, Krieg, and gone.
Tied up here, 2020. MIBR could close this one down. This can still go either way, and it would... I can only imagine the Na'Vi morale, let's put it at that, going to be at an all-time low if they drop this one in double OT. A timeout called, and this is a chance for Blade to get on the mic, maybe get a bit of pep in their step. There's only 1 more remaining. And Cello just being frustrating here, right? They did their mid-control, but didn't account for a player up close and personal in the vent. These are everybody's favorite type of kills. Dropping on down, not looking your direction. Straight in the back.
You do have that moment where your body wants to go for the no-scope in a panic, but once you've played a couple of games of Counter-Strike...
Fight the urge.
Fight that urge.
All right. Well, the faces of the Na'Vi players not looking jovial.
No, far from it.
Very serious scenes here. They know what's on the line. May have a very long series ahead of us here to close out the second one of the day. Remember, Furia versus Cloud9. That one will be going down as the final game here for Monday. What is it, 22nd, I believe?
Time is flying. 2021. Still feels weird to say. We're nearly halfway through.
Yeah.
Bang. Oh dear. Flashed, and now it's Boomich that converts. Bit with some supportive utility enables an early first blood. RV, hot pursuit of 21 rounds. You've taken down the prize pig of the fair. Cello's gone. 42 frags. He won't be contributing this time. So who is going to step up and fill the void to overcome the odds now leaning towards what seems to be an A pressure?
When they did this before, it worked, and they've even forced out the rotation from MIBR. So Navi almost walking into a free bomb site here.
Yeah, and Perfecto's going to do his best to sell it. May even full commit off this, just to keep those CTs busy while Yell loses his vision. They smoked off Yell. They're taking the site. Perfecto selling this as best as he can, and just like that, a gap is found for Yell. Paranoid still considering B. Boomich is behind him, he'll hear it. They now realize they've been faked out. And Yell can get the first.
He's planting in the open.
Yeah, has to
going on?
cancel that. 30 seconds, they'll opt for a safe default plant. Yell's hit another. What is going on? They've turned it on its head, and now Simple's already caught bullets. MIBR can steal this one away. It's theirs. Bolts doesn't even have to shoot. Chad? Hilfe.
Perfecto just came out, selling a B fake, and shot at Boomich on short. That's where his crosshair was placed when he came out for the B fake. And then, I don't know what territory they assumed Boomich had. If he had just stayed on short or in vent room, he could have controlled connector, but Yell through the smokes, finds the gap. Nobody has it covered whatsoever. And he picks up the easiest kills of his life.
And seeing Simple planting open on triple when Yell had been an unchecked that whole time. I mean, I guess power to Yell for being so undetected.
A lot of assumptions there from Navi.
I think so too.
Because they didn't find anybody on the site. They didn't find anybody on their entry. They were assuming they were passive ticket. They were playing retake. That wasn't the case at all. It might be a gamble B. Yell was the only lifeline that they had. And that performance from Yell right there may have just secured MIBR the map. We're only going triple OT if Navi grab around. MIBR could seal this one right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, MIBR have an advantage, unlike one they've had in some time. They can throw a heavy blow to the black and yellow. .90 seconds thrust onto the clock, even trades. SHZ needs more, knows pressure's coming, Bits out the door, does tuck in.
Forcing out U2 here, so MIBR, you can see, cut the tension with a knife right now. Every jiggle, every peek. They're taking back mid. They've given up B. So many gambles from MIBR.
Yeah, they just want info and they want to make sure they can
Big
trade.
frag.
Denoco takes matters into his own hands.
That's the B lurk gone.
He'll be responsible for housekeeping on B. Simple's lining up the smoke for connector. It will feel like an A very shortly. He'll be able to hold vision. I like the angle as well from SHZ. Simple's quick. A chance for Bolts to make it once again an advantage. A miss from Yell.
Miss.
A huge miss. Because now they can work their magic. Bit and Simple partner up and take control. The smokes enable a bit of a cheeky path here from Bin. What are they up to? Oh, this is quite the call. This is quite the call indeed. Threading the needle between the two MIBR haystacks.
Hey, Bolt, what's up?
Hi. Goodbye. We're turning this round on its head. Bit's got another. Yell's dead. We're looking for another overtime as it constantly ebbs and flows between the two of them. And between the two of them, Simple and Bit, nearly 80 frags. In fact, bang on. Denoco to change my mind.
This is such a hard retake.
Yeah, especially with an AWP in play on that T side. Bomb ticking. Bit jiggling. And he's going to find it as well. We go again. Need a break after that one. Still yet to find a winner for the first map of this series. MIBR, Navi, sweat on the brow.
Patching the wound. There's one guy who can help lock this whole thing down.
beefy little deagles. So this is definitely doable for Electronic. No armor though. They've got the kits, they can do this, but they need to get it now. He gets close to them, they have no idea he's in the back.
Device wasn't ready. He could knock S-Tag off the plant. A double, a triple.
Here comes Electronic. Into the bomb site, taking 2 heads and coming in big.
Escucha loco, siéntate y relájate un poco, que en esta vida el tiempo es loco, puedes perder momentos preciosos y sepas que cuando pides ayuda yo me levanto, todo lo que tengo lo comparto, y aunque me sienta triste yo canto, ay canto, vive una vida llena de personas que te quieran, que te respeten de veras y que lloren cuando mueras. Deja de mirar la acera y levanta la cabeza, sigue pa'lante y no temas, resolverás los problemas. Ay mamá, si una cosa no te gusta, cámbiala, si la situación te asusta.
My God, ladies and gentlemen, it's still going. Yeah, you know that game you checked in on and thought, oh, I'll come and have a look at map 2? Well, go away. It's not done yet. 21-21. Sponge and I are bringing you the action. 1xBet is still holding its breath to see how this one goes down. Chad, overtime, when you get to the third, surely we aren't going to be seeing the same default round out of Na'Vi.
You ever seen the cartoon Wacky Races?
Yeah, I remember that one. There was a dog, Muttley.
Yeah, well, we're getting that here in Counter-Strike form. This is where people get let off the leash. We're about to see some funky plays come out because both teams want to claw onto this map, don't want to give it up. With all the money to work with.
I mean, give it up. Just to reflect a moment longer on the previous round that took us to this overtime, it did look like Na'Vi had this one in the bag. Admittedly, MIBR have had similar chances throughout this crazy chapter of Counter-Strike.
Go back to Na'Vi not getting any quick openings here. You can see across the map a bit more of a passive setup.
They are looking.
And they've got a minute on the clock to work with, so it could B split, could A split. Oh.
A one-way for Simple's new line. That's kind of nerdy. DeshZ, however, has just absolutely battered them. Simple does catch one through the box. Will recover the bomb on the back of his, by virtue of the flames. Oh, Cello caught under the smoke, and Simple's had enough. He's taken this round. He's taken it by the horns, and he's not quite done yet. Could lose his teammate, and does. Electronic, vulnerable. Simple seems to be hitting everything. Boomich provides one, and the rest is done. Bolts is so low, he'd have to finish off the job. 6 HP, 1 bullet will do it. Just a pistol. Not to be. Simple, you absolute madman. And I was talking about the smoke. I think he ended up using it to success on Shuz. I want to see that one again.
Oh, all right. That's a Simple moment. I think he's had a couple of them. The pissed around in this game, he had 4 kills, I believe. Alex, here it is. Okay, so he was over to the other side of the side. That was still a massive shot.
That's Cello's leg sticking out.
And this one here is beautiful behind the flames. So that's what we want to see from Simple.
Oh, yeah, that is just majestic beauty. Okay, Na'Vi given a simple round to start off their overtime. You take those.
Yeah, you don't get them every round, but when they hit, you have to capitalize. Boomich now trying to make some space, bit clunky on the movement, offers himself to...
I've seen this one before.
Yeah, they were ready for that. There was 4 bodies postured in mid to deal with the fast-paced take.
4 smokes as well. I think combination of T and CT.
Back to B wouldn't be a terrible call right now. If they can get their smokes down towards the pillar. Oh, I say smokes down. It is just the one. So we'll come down to hitting the shots here. Simple checking where the tail of the attack is coming on through. Bit grouping on up. We've enjoyed his performance so far, but this will be a B-side look for some kills. There's still time for them to pivot on back, so send in the entry pack, see what they can find.
Over the roof they go. Double molly, that's a lot. But Denoco does catch Electronic, and a chance as well onto Bit. Does get traded. Yell's there, dropped off, and now Simple so quick to the trigger.
Is it enough of this?
He was at a disadvantage there, but it doesn't feel like it from Yell's POV. Bomb to be planted courtesy of Simple. A man advantage, but for how long? Simple does seem to be had quite the pep talk. What's going on? He's come into this overtime truly possessed by a Counter-Strike demon. And I don't think he's quite done yet. Another one for Simple! Only SHZ remains. And Simple, terrifying presence, is going to pull the trigger onto another 2 rounds in a row where he reminds us exactly who he is.
This is the thing, right? Simple in this team. A lot of people out there, it'd be a tragedy if he never wins a major. You know, he's being held back by the squad. The Simple that was the one that you guys didn't like, the one that was, you know, outspoken, that's the one that you're seeing embodied in the server right now. He's not saying it, he is showing it with the way he is playing. They may as well, if they're going to have Electronic call this map, just that Simple call like this is FPL.
Yeah, man.
Move the pieces of the board around because he is a monster and he is doing these 2 rounds right here in the 3rd OT on his own.
He truly is. Like, there is nothing to celebrate other than the Simple hero plays that have put 2 rounds now on the board. No other credit to be directed. Absolute beauty. It's poetry in motion when he's on. And now we've got 3 in Palace, and they're going to sell it off the back of Simple, the fact that it's Simple on B.
He needs to get a kill, though.
Okay.
He's not going to be looking for that jump peek anymore. Denoco, I think he's given up on that play.
They'll smoke it or flash it before Electronic gives him anything. I've seen him stand and dry tags and immediately loses his life. Bits hit a hard headshot. 2 huge headshots. It seems like Na'Vi, or rather Bit, taking a leaf out of Simple's book. Cello keeping it competitive. 1 more could really seal the deal. And he's found it as well. Perfecto goes down. What is this game? You said it was wacky. It absolutely is. I don't know if Simple's got another hero round in him.
He's got 45 seconds to do so. He scared one of them away. He's found himself some room. Needs to grab that bomb.
MIBR.
They're giving him so much room, Alex.
So much respect. They might even let him plant at this rate. I think Denoco should be the first to challenge him out.
He will have to take some territory. He will force a fight.
Spots him, baits him, still doesn't choose and continues his hunt. Cello going for the late Palace play. He's actually clearing ramp. Makes sense.
No time for this
They're
now.
so passive, and Cello will be able to catch him on the way back. He'll be loud about this. And there you have it. MIBR take 1. Only 1, though, posted on the defense. Na'Vi, just 2 rounds separating them from a win here on MIBR's map pick. 2 CT rounds. 25, the magic number for OT3.
Yeah, we're talking all about Simple, but this is huge from Cello as
Dude,
well,
the fact
right?
he even pulls a Deagle frag out of this, I don't know. Whoa.
Oh, my boy. Some huge fraggers in the server here today. And we're getting hyped about Simple. At least he has Bit to be assisting him. I don't think we can say the same for Cello right now. Next closest for him is Bolts and Yell. They've both got 30+ apiece.
I have had days where I haven't had a single highlight, like the ones I've had
in the last 4 rounds.
In the last 4 rounds of play from Cello, Simple, and Bit.
All right, well, action-packed Counter-Strike here Monday.
Right, it continues.
Snap.
Yeah, I think I need a bottle of water after this one.
All right, well, what are we going to see out of Na'Vi here? The CT sides, Cello's been dismantling them almost single-handedly in some of their aggressive maneuvers. Parked up towards A ramp again. The bomb, very, very passive. 1:14 on the clock and no indication where MIBR want to end. Simple over towards B with that AWP can swing and clear mid late. The setup right now over towards A from Na'Vi is very strong. Electronic in sandwich, Boomich in the site, can flex, ramp, Palace, even help over towards connector, and Bit, he's just worrying about window. His trap can be sprung at any point too.
Used a lot of their util early. See how and when those remaining smokes are dropped. He's up connector, contact, Yell leading the pack. Bit of simple esque here, Dinoco's in front. And Bit will come back. Just as Dinoco looks away, 2 dead men. 30 seconds, MIBR have lost some integral components. More falling. Na'Vi just 1 frag away from the 24th. Yell's hit a banger, but much more required and no time to do that. Bit head on a swivel, 45th frag found, and now Na'Vi have so many opportunities. 2 rounds, they need 1.
If they don't close here, I don't know if this game will ever end. Na'Vi have been in the power position multiple times now, and that round that they set up, they could run that again, right? It didn't even really get found out. Bit stifled them completely and connected. They swarmed and they destroyed them. MIBR hadn't felt out what they were up against.
That's true.
So let's see what Na'Vi opt for this time round. Bit over towards window. Will be joined by Electronic. Boomich solo A in the early stages. He will have support, and that's a very tight line held there from Yell on the boost. Simple for info towards the B-bomb site. And he's going to play around the smoke. This is risky.
With an AWP on his back, holding the close smoke walk up.
Cello's just backpedaled out of mid. The smoke started to fade as he was looking for a peek, so everybody's going to put down their guns for now. No clear fights to see at this juncture. 3 top mid, Yell, Danico, and Cello. Just going to sit and wait, and Cello peppered on down. We'll take the AWP. Looks like it's going to be a 4-man playthrough mid again. Rinse and repeat from MIBR.
Not deterred at all. Simple has caught the AWPer. Cello goes down, given it by virtue of his low HP.
It's the 50 for Simple.
Electronic, you wouldn't push in as it fades. He is mantled on the box as well. They might consume it's clear. There are backs turned right now. Going for the hero play. 5 seconds on the smoke. They vacate. Spots 1. SHZ's actually caught him. If they could just catch Simple, that's too much to ask. He does take another with him, kicking and screaming. Perfecto. He's had a good line there. Knocks the head off of Dinoco. 2 on 3. Bomb needs to be picked up and scooped up within the next 5 seconds. Where is it? They're still hunting. SHZ is busy with Bit. Great shot. If he could just find Perfecto. The bomb, though. 14 seconds.
It's all SHZ.
He has to get the bomb and plant. Where's Boomich? Window coming short. Will he plant safe?
7.
SHZ looking for the hero. Ace clutch. He can't deny it. The flash for Apps. SHZ could have to do it all. He is being hunted. He will not fall. Bolts will trade. MIBR go again. SHZ against the odds. Against them all.
He was in a 1-on-3 because Bolts was in T-spawn.
He was completely disconnected from the pack.
Like, when I say Bolts was in T-spawn, literally T-spawn.
And he has the presence of mind to look for that swing and kitchen first.
How many opportunities do Na'Vi need to close this one out? Look at the time on the clock. This is pressure moments. They get this kill. That is game over. That is done and dusted. Bolts has only rotated in now. Lucky he's there for the trade. Oh, getting fired up. 24-23.
The coach is losing his bloody mind.
Well, MIBR get this. We go again.
Yeah, I don't know if they could stomach another OT.
Well, they're going to explode onto B. They're fast.
Yo, they're pulling it out of the punish. They're looking for Perfecto, and he's passed the first test, not the second. Simple, of course, catching 1 on the descent. Now, Na'Vi have an advantage. They cannot afford to squander it. They want to end Mirage now, and Bit takes another step closer. The bomb does get planted. SHZ allowed to reposition. Yell in the apartments with pressure slowly encroaching. So many players to find, and it's already a frag from Electronic. They know where you are. Bullets hitting, and options removed. There it is. Na'Vi, 25 by the end of that one. We had a triple overtime affair. MIBR let Mirage slip away.